History of Shadows, Chapter 4.
What happened? Where am I?
He looked to the side of him.
What the? Maya?
He gently shook his friend that was sitting next to him.
Maya, wake up.
He shook her a little more.
Maya?
Eric?
Don't worry, I'm here. How are you feeling?
My head hurts. What happened?
The plane crashed.
He said and looked around, stopping at the empty seat next to him.
Wait, wasn't Jack supposed to?
Oh no. Eric, we have to look for him.
She tried to stand up, but ended back in the seat with her hands on her chest.
Calm down. The impact could have hurt any of us badly. We need to take things slow.
He said, putting a hand on her chest and closed his eyes. It glowed a slight green light under his hands before he took them away.
What the?
Yeah, I know. I promised to tell you later. But we have to get out of the plane first.
Okay.
They started to slowly crawl to the opening of the plane, and on the way, they looked in each corner to see if they could have any luck finding their friend. When outside of the plane, they looked around to see a forest behind them and an ocean at the front, but no luck in finding what they were looking for.
Maya, you look on the other side of the plane. I'll check over here by the water, and we'll meet up at the rear of the plane.
Alright.
She said before she went off to the other side. And this is the time I can have fun annoying Eric.
Not the right time for games now.
Aw, come on. I know you want someone to chat with.
I'm busy searching, and you're busy narrating. So keep on minding your business, and I'll mind mine.
Aw, you're no fun, but fine. He looked around at the water, and sometimes even looked back inside the plane. He then heard Maya yell.
Eric! I found him!
Coming!
He said and ran off to where he had heard Maya's voice. When rounding the end of the plane, he saw Maya with a passed-out Jack resting his head on her leg.
Jack? Maya, is he breathing?
Yeah, but it's faint.
I shouldn't push myself too much. But if I don't help him now, who knows what'll happen.
He said and sat down next to them, putting his hands on Jack's head. Once again, it glowed a slight green light, and then removed his hands from his friend. He then looked up, and could have almost sworn he saw a person at the edge of the forest.
What the?
What is it? Did it not work?
Huh? No, it worked. But I could have sworn I saw...
Saw what?
nothing.
Eric, are you alright?
Yeah. Just a little tired.
Then why not rest? I could go for supplies on the plane and...
No, we should rest. It'll take a while for him to wake up, so we can take this as an opportunity to rest a little after all that has happened.
He said, laying down on the soft sand.
You still haven't explained to me what you did to me and him.
It's complicated, but I guess I could try to explain myself. You remember those stories that our parents would tell us when we were little?
You mean the stories about the other race who used to live among us, but one day disappeared?
Yeah. The stories we were told were based on something that happened a really long time ago. And it's only half true. The race was called Shadows. Humanoid creatures who were just like us. You could barely see a difference between the two.
Gee, such a long line you have.
I'd rather not have you disturbing it either.
Wow. Hey, it's my story. I'm the one who wrote it.
Yeah?
And I'd rather not have you thinking you're the boss of it.
Alright, so how about we go back to whose story it was?
Mine?
Who wrote it?
I did?
Yeah, and you're arguing that my line is long?
Wait. Oh.
See my point?
Alright, fine, just go back to the darn reading.
Alright. During the medieval times, humans and shadows lived together, helping each other when they needed it. Ruling the land together, they even made families together. Later on, their lord received some letters, threats from the humans who never accepted their existence. He wasn't at all concerned about the letters because he knew that the shadows were a lot stronger than the humans. Something shadows could do that we couldn't was magic. Each shadow had their own type of power from being a shapeshifter to being part demon and so much more. It was unknown of what power that the Lord possessed, but it was without a doubt the strongest. Some more time passed and kids started disappearing, both shadows and humans. The humans were starting to worry, so the Shadow Lord took action and sent himself and all the other shadows to a dimension where only shadows could enter, so he could keep the human race safe from harm. And that's basically it. Well, at least the part of the story I know.
So how do you know so much about it? You told it like you were there.
That's the thing. I wasn't there. I've only heard the story my dad told me.
Your dad? Eric, you've never mentioned your dad before.
It's because I'd rather not talk about him. It's a touchy subject.
Okay. But how did you know about the story? Eric? I know you don't like talking about it, but you've left me on a cliffhanger. And I'm aware that it's not the right time right now, but I must know.
Fine. He knew about it because he was there. He and my grandpa were there when it happened.
What? But that was years ago! You said it was during the medieval times!
And it was.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Wait, was your dad a shadow?
Yeah, and my mother is a human.
But doesn't that make you... That's why you could do that thing from before. You're half shadow!
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool! What are you...
Maya, please. I need to rest. I've used way too much energy today.
From just doing that thing to me and Jack?
Not only that, why do you think we three are the only ones who are still alive?
You saved us from dying?
Yeah, and healing both you and Jack not too long after takes even more energy than you think. I have to rest so I won't hurt myself.
I understand.
Ugh, my head.
He thought.
What happened?
He opened his eyes and looked at his two friends that were laying next to him.
Maya? Eric?
I suggest you don't wake them.
What? Who's there?
Shouting will wake them up, so either you talk in a quiet tone, or you walk away from them to talk to me.
Who are you? I'll go over here for now then.
He said, looking at the forest. He got up and started walking.
So, who are you?
A friend.
That doesn't explain who you are.
It does.
Then where are you?
Here.
I can't see you though.
I never said what here was, now do I?
No.
Exactly.
Are you even gonna tell me everything?
Where's the fun in that?
Fun? Fun? I was literally just in a plane crash. Do you think that this is all some kind of joke? 'Cause it's not funny.
Gee, calm down.
The voice said, and suddenly one of the shadows moved from the trees. It was shaped like a person.
Now, if I'm going to show myself to you, you have to promise to not freak out because of my appearance.
Why would I?
Because
It paused, and now from the shadows came a person.
you get the feeling of looking in a mirror.
In a mirror.
Jack just stared. In front of him stood himself. The same ripped hoodie, same upbeat face with some dry blood dripping from my black hair. The only thing different with this person, though, was the eyes. The sclera was black instead of white, and the iris were purple with a slight glow.
What the?
Don't worry, I only look like this when I'm here on Earth. At my home, I look a bit different.
I look a bit different. Your home?
I'll tell you
more
more
about it
some other time.
Wait, we're gonna meet more times?
You didn't think I'd leave you now, did ya?
I'm so confused.
I can assure you that everything will be explained eventually, Jack.
Will be explained at one point or another, Jack. Wait, how do you know my name?
He shouted, but the person was already gone.
Jack?
Someone said from behind. He turned around and met with Eric's eyes.
Why are you shouting?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
I probably won't, but what's up? Look, you look like you've seen a ghost. Jack?
It's nothing. I could have sworn I saw myself a minute ago.
Jack, we've been through a lot today. You're probably just delusional. We should go back to Maya and rest.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maya! Maya! Wake up! Eric's gone!